Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nkosimpile. My surname is Hlatshwayo. Today we'll be busy with referencing, since you all know that some of you missed the tutorial sessions during the first week while we were busy with plagiarism and referencing. So I think those individuals will take this opportunity to try and recap and to try and remind themselves of what we did, because there's no way that you'll write an HLE test where you won't be asked about plagiarism and referencing. So it is the most important thing that you need to know as far as you are a first year. Okay, so many students or so many individuals can ask themselves, why do we actually need to reference? In no time we are about to know why. Is it necessary? Why lecturers will keep on telling you the need of referencing, why it is very, very important. Okay. Reading, understanding, and correcting referencing the work of others in your assignment is important. Okay, these are the reasons. By correctly referencing, you will protect yourself against accusations of plagiarism. Demonstrate that you have read widely. Hence, they said it's a research. They said you must go and find information. You are expected to provide a reference list of that resources you have used. Show your understanding of a topic. If you provide a reference list, it means you understand the topic, because you visited different scholars, you visited different resources. Support your argument with published scholars. Let's say you have sorry for that, guys. Sorry for that. Let's say they gave you a topic about prostitution. Prostitution should be legalized in South Africa. What you will then do, you will then go out there, find a scholar who supports your point or your thesis statement. Since you will be able to provide that particular scholar, it's gonna show to the reader that you did understand the topic and you supported your argument with published research. You're not just talking about something that you're thinking. Okay. If you don't reference correctly, you may commit plagiarism, which is seen as academic misconduct and carries penalties. It is very, very important to reference, guys. Why should I reference? Acknowledging the work of others in your assignment gives academic credibility to your work by allowing you to back up your arguments with published materials. You should reference anything you have taken from other work, whether you are paraphrasing, summarizing, or direct quoting. Some things can be taken as common knowledge and do not therefore need to be backed up with reference. Taking notes. This is one of the things that we did, since some students, they don't know the proper strategy of taking notes during a class, and they don't even know the use of taking notes. Taking clear notes during your reading will make things much easier and quicker. Make a note of an author, a title, a date, publication details, and chapter details, page numbers if relevant. If it's online, note that the web address and the date and time you access it. The reason why we are doing that, let's say someone posted something last week. By providing the date, you are protecting yourself, because I might go back there and not find the very same article you have used. But then, since you gave me the date, I'll be able to know and see that you access that information during this date and during this time. Make clear distinction between any direct quote you write down and information written in your own words, so you won't you don't accidentally plagiarize when you come to write your own assignment. Normally, under the school of HSS, we are using Harvard referencing style. But those who are doing psychology, they're using APA. But now we're gonna rely on Harvard since we belong to the school of HSS. Citing in your text, the first page, the first part of a Harvard reference is the in-text citation, where you acknowledge the source you read. Use the author and the date when you do an in-text referencing, and page numbers if applicable. Consider the following. Consider the flow of your writing when choosing how to include the citation. These are examples given to you guys. We are doing an in-text as the first step of referencing in Harvard. Any open bracket 2006 you close bracket explains that children with developmental coordination disorder often struggle with mainstream education. You open bracket, page number 25, you close the bracket. In-text referencing. You are acknowledging the source. You are acknowledging that particular individual who gave you that information, who gave you that idea, because it's not your idea. Hence, to avoid plagiarism. Or you can do it in this way. You open bracket 2006, you put a colon 2005, you close the bracket. Explain that children with developmental coordination disorder often struggle within mainstream education. This is another way of doing it. You can start with the idea. Children with developmental coordination disorder often struggle with mainstream education. You open bracket, you write Andy, which is the author, full stop, 2006, year of publication, you write 2 colons, and you give me the page number, which is page number 25. Then you close the bracket. I hope, guys, you are following, and I hope you are writing something down. You are taking notes. You are even practicing further, because when you write your test, you're gonna be asked such things, and you need to be on a safer side by giving an appropriate answer. Quotations. We use quotation marks and page numbers to indicate a direct quote. Short quotes can be included in your own sentences. Continuing professional development allows people to build, this is a quotation mark, to build on their knowledge and skills to develop their level of competency. Inverted commas, you close it, then you open a bracket, Aslop, 2000, semicolon, page 64, you close the bracket. Longer quotes should be indented and in a separate paragraph. For example, this is an example. Evidence suggested that the popularity of alternative medicine is growing, according to Diamond. You open bracket, 2000, page number 378, you close bracket. Then after the bracket, you put a comma to show that you're still continuing. It is estimated that 1/3 of the population have tried the remedies of complementary medicine or visited its practitioners. Avoid overusing quotations, guys. Please avoid overusing quotations. When we paraphrase now, paraphrasing, presenting an idea or argument in your own words. Ensure it is significantly altered from the original to avoid issues of plagiarism. Just changing a couple of words is not enough. When you are paraphrasing, it's better at first understand the idea of the scholar. Then you try to write it in your own words. Don't try to change few words, because that will be the same as plagiarism. Paraphrases relate to specific section of a work, so it is good practice to include the page number as you will do with a direct quotation. This is an example. I might not go through with you guys, but you will do it because of time. Secondary referencing, where where the passage you are referencing to is the author's own reference to another work. You know, sometimes I might be using a book by Freud. They say I was given an assignment in my psychology module where I'll use a book by Freud, only to find out inside the book Freud has quoted another scholar. That's what we're talking about when we are talking about secondary referencing. You are relying on their accurate and unbiased reaction of that work. So it's much better to locate the source and read and reference it directly in your own work. If you cannot locate the original secondary reference it by in the book of your book you have cited both work. Right, guys. Another thing that you need to know, when we reference, we have acronyms. We have acronyms. For example, ETAL. This shows that in that particular book there are more than 2 authors. For example, Nkosi and Hlatshwayo ETAL. That means the book, in that book there are more than 2 authors. Right, guys? Another thing that you need to know, you must know the difference between a bibliography and a reference list. The end list, at the end of your work, include a list of references. And you must know that the list is in alphabetical order by author. Do not separate into different types of work. Let's show how to reference correctly. Guys, some people don't know the difference between a bibliography and a reference list. This is the bibliography. A bibliography is the list of all the material you have read, whether cited in your assignment or not. That one is a bibliography. But a reference list lists only the material you have cited directly in your assignment. This will show you how to reference a book. This shows you how to reference a book, author's name. You need to know where to write a comma. You must know that we use this and this and. We don't use AND. We use this and this assignment. The authors, the date or year of publication, the title. You must make sure that the title is being italicized. And the publisher, place of publication, or the publisher. This is how we reference a book. This is how we reference an ebook. Don't worry, guys. I will upload these things on eFundi so that you will have time to practice on your own. Then you will ask me during the tutorial sessions if you have questions. This is how we reference an article, e-journal article, web page, anything else. This is how we reference that particular thing. Okay, guys, I will make sure that I give you some exercises to do on eFundi. Then make sure that when we meet, you submit the work to me, because I have to mark the work and check whether you managed to master the skill or you managed to grasp what I was teaching you on this video. Please make sure that you ask questions. I know you like doing extra work, so I will try by all means to give you enough resources on eFundi so that you'll be able to practice on your own. Then I believe by the time you write your exams, you'll be fine as far as referencing is concerned. Thank you very much. I hope you will enjoy watching this video, and after watching the video, I believe you will learn one or two things so that you will develop your understanding as an individual. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.